I'm like, what? Like, doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all.
Twin brothers Nazir and Quadir Lewis were found unalive at the top of Bale Mountain in Hiawatha, Georgia on March the 8th. The morning after the two boys were supposed to be on a trip to Boston to go see some friends. There's a lot that's peculiar about the case, namely that this town that they were found in was 90 miles away from their home. Their family says that they never been there. They don't hike. It don't make no sense. Their bodies were supposedly discovered by hikers.
A hiker discovered the bodies of 19-year-old Kadira Malik Lewis and Nazir Rahim Lewis the morning of March 8th atop Bell Mountain in Towns County.
We ain't seen the hikers yet. These people ain't named the hikers, picture the hikers, or anything. But what we do have is an arrest that was made. A volunteer firefighter, I think his name is Scott Curley, was charged with obstruction of justice for sharing pictures of the dead twins on social media or something like that. And so they charged him with obstruction of justice or something like that, but it's still under investigation.
Now, they both suffered gunshot wounds, and the family tell me they do suspect foul play in this case.
And Georgia did call in the GBI to help with this case. But it is so cut and dry. I hate to be opinionated, and since this is a news outlet, I'm not going to show my opinions, but I'm just going to say this don't make no sense. These two boys were said to love each other, be very protective of each other. They didn't even fight. Their plane tickets were in their wallets. Their car was also found, and their car was parked inside the gate. That don't make no sense because this park supposedly opens at 8 and closes at 8 p.m., opens at 8 a.m. and closes at 8 p.m. So when did the hikers find them? When were the hikers led inside the gate? The park has also said that no one mans the park. Well, then who opens the dang on gate? There is so much that doesn't make sense. But let's get into Scott Curley behind. Because Scott Curley took pictures of these boys, so disrespectful, and shared them. And I have to say, I finally saw these pictures. Brace yourself. If you don't want to see this, then this is the time to look away. But here's the picture that Scott Curley shared on social media. And this picture refutes, debunks everything they're saying about this case. Clearly in this picture, you can see that both twins have gunshot wounds in the back of the head. So the thing that makes this case so terrible is they tried to call it a murder-suicide. This ain't no murder-suicide when both of these little boys got gunshots in the back of the head. Also, Scott Curley was said to take this picture, so we're assuming that he's one of the shadows that you can see in the picture. But there are two shadows. This is clearly foul play. This is clearly something sinister. And I just pray that these boys get justice.
It's the Getting Ya Get You News. Getting Ya. Let's talk.